let's say Bollywood Hungama. So you see Bollywood Hungama, and then you type in another news channel or another online site, and it'll show you where you stand. I thank them. It piques people's interest of who I am. I mean, they're putting me on national news debating Sunny Leone. I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but I also think that the media has a huge role in what they decide to put on TV. What is newsworthy? Sex education doesn't come from a teacher. It comes from your mom and your dad.
Absolutely. How do you look back at 2017 now? You had some big songs. You had a Leela, you had Badshah Ho, you had Trippy Trippy from Bhumi.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Daisy Shah has been performing to Trippy Trippy in the Dabang tour.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and
Nice.
in various, like in Hong Kong, Australia, UK.
It's a nice song.
It's a very good song.
Yeah.
So how do you look back at 2017 and and all the songs they worked like really big actually?
Yeah,
When Badshah was really big. It has
Yeah.
that huge moment when it comes in the movie. The people react to it like anything.
Yeah, I had a good year with songs, not so great year with films, had a great year with TV. The business side of everything was really amazing. The digital side of my year was
Google, obviously you
amazing.
ruled once again.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Right.
I always find it really interesting because every quarter, every 2 months, someone from my team or Daniel will come to me with Google Analytics. It is the most amazing thing ever. Where you see traffic, like you'll see, let's say Bollywood Hungama. So you see Bollywood Hungama, and then you type in another news channel or another online site, and it'll show you where you stand on
Right.
Google.
Right.
And it has like this little graph like this, and you're colored blue or red, and that chart is one of the most amazing things I see every year on where my line is and where other people are. So then that's a really good moment for me. That's where I like toot my horn just a little bit.
Right. And people continue to just Google for Sunny Leone.
Yeah, I think like there's like these crazy things that happen, like Bangalore and like a few other things that
Yeah.
happen, and I thank them. It piques people's interest of who I am. I mean, they're putting me on national news debating Sunny Leone. I mean, seriously. But my fans are amazing. They always have been amazing. They're the reason that I sit here in India and I work and I have all these amazing things happening because
Right.
they've supported me through all sorts of crazy nonsense and highs and lows, and that's the most amazing thing about social media and this era of everybody, like fans and people out there, the public is able to actually relate to their celebrity. They're not some mythical character that they only see in a film. You can talk to us and you can conversate with us and we can run contests and you could do that question for 10 minutes of answering things on social media. I forgot what
Sure.
that's called. And it's because I've built that for so many years that I've been interacting with these people for so long. There's people I've been talking to, I swear, for 7-8 years on
Right.
social media, and I see them.
No, absolutely. Many of your fans, they keep on, I think, figuring quite regularly in our interviews as well, when we take fan questions as well. How do you look at the aspect that when people say that this and this thing will affect the culture of our country? We've had like a Kama Sutra, we've had Khajuraho, and I think it's one of the most evolved and liberal society maybe thousands of years ago, and we're misinterpreting in many ways. Do you feel that the debate should not be about the fact that what affects the culture, and if you really have to maybe discuss, then maybe you should discuss about women in certain things which many people, they don't want to discuss, like what is the suffering that they
uncomfortable.
Yeah, like what is the sort of suffering that they experience during menstruation, for that matter?
Yeah.
let's discuss that. You should be more particular about that. You should try and empathize and maybe understand certain things. You're more concerned about imposing what is right and wrong for the way women should project themselves, rather than trying to understand that what they go through.
Well, I also think that, I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but I also think that the media has a huge role in what they decide to put on TV. What is newsworthy? I mean, it is the media that projects it out to the entire world. So now if a media channel decides, I will not from this day forward put up nonsense news that makes absolutely no sense, and another channel can run it all day long, but my channel will not. We will talk about things that actually matter. Now, has anybody done that? I have no idea. Maybe there is a channel that does that. I don't know. Or a news outlet or paper or magazine, whatever it is, where you have millions and millions of people watching every single day to see what those news anchors say or those different segment pieces are about. I mean, maybe if they took the time to start talking about it publicly, because they're the voice that's voicing out to this. To
Some
the
people
country.
do. Some people do.
Well, maybe a little bit more of that needs to happen.
Absolutely.
There
Absolutely.
maybe indulging some of this nonsense that happens.
Absolutely.
Maybe then it will stop, because then they know that they can't just do all these crazy things and, okay, this is how we're going to make our party bigger, or this is how we're going to make my voice get heard, or this is how I'm going to do this. I know that the news is most of it sensationalized, but I mean, I think that the media can't talk about change without changing themselves first. And also, I believe change happens in the home first. Change happens with your parents talking about menstruation. It starts with parents talking about the birds and the bees, or talking about sex, or talking about
sex education. What is the importance of
Exactly.
sex education as far as you're concerned?
Sex education doesn't come from a teacher. It comes from your mom and your dad.
Absolutely.
And that's really where it begins. Of course, you learn all the textbook things at school. Most children should know all those things of, what happens and how this happens and what happens when this egg meets this thing, all these things. That should happen. But the real education actually starts at home. How to treat a woman starts at home.
Absolutely.
Ungender biased homes where moms and dads take a share in household duties, that starts at home. A father teaching a young girl that it's not okay for a boy to teach you like this or treat you like this, or their son telling them it's not okay for you to treat girls like this.
Absolutely.
And it's not okay for girls to treat boys like this. So I honestly believe that if we want to change our world, it starts right inside of our house.
Absolutely. Absolutely.